the Toronto Raptors get the bench mob in, the depth mob, not even the bench guys, and take over this freaking game. Hit it again for them. The Toronto Raptors are 2-0 in preseason, and we thank everybody who's out here watching the stream right now. Make sure you like the stream, give that extra bit of support. Follow us on Twitch if you're watching there. Subscribe on YouTube if you're watching there. We do a watch party for every single Raptors game on this channel, Amateur Sports, and on the Twitch channel. What a win by the Raptors. We were down big. Down big at half. Didn't improve much in the third quarter. Going into the fourth, all of a sudden, we made a run. We got the starters out who didn't look good for a second straight game. But great comment from the chat we had. Not worried about the starters. I know who they are. I know what they can do. And I know that they are going to be fine come regular season time. What I don't know is if the bench unit is going to come out and be good in the regular season. So I'm more worried about them. The bench was great against Utah. The bench has been great today as well, and they won us this game. It all started, in my opinion, when Dalano Banton checked in. I thought we needed something different. I thought we needed an energy guy in the first half. Nick Nurse decided not to do it. He went with the rotation he's more comfortable with for the season, which was your main starting five with Achua, Thad. He went with a lot of Juancho there as well. Wasn't really working out. Juancho was extraordinarily underwhelming. If you're watching the live stream, he's actually in the thumbnail. Juancho was extraordinarily underwhelming. But Dalano really started us off with that run, as did Christian Koloko. For a second straight game, Dalano Banton has looked really good. He didn't close the game. He looked really good coming in late in the third, played to start first half of that fourth quarter. And Koloko was somebody who's really shocked me. When we saw Summer League with Koloko, and I've said this during the stream, if Koloko wasn't dunking, he wasn't scoring. Well, today, he was hitting jumpers. He was hitting little push shots, the one-handers. That was great to see. He came off, Dalano Banton came off. We went to some other bench unit guys. Josh Jackson, second straight game where Josh Jackson has looked really, really good. And this is a guy, when he signed, I went, okay, just roster spot for the summer. Not going to make the roster. All of a sudden, I don't think DJ Wilson will make it. Gabe Brown's Exhibit 10, so that's a given. All of a sudden, Josh Jackson is playing for that roster spot. And my goodness, right now I'd give it to him. He's looked great. He looks extremely comfortable switching on defense, albeit against, two bench units from Utah and Boston. On offense, he's slashing really well, which is what he was drafted for, really. Hitting those middies. Playmaking isn't even that bad for him. That's great to see. Gabe Brown, shout out Gabe Brown. Gabe got that dog in him, Brown, for coming in, down late, hits a transition three, next possession, comes off the screen, hits a deep two, 5 points in like 30 seconds to really put the Raptors right back into this game. Extremely, extremely impressive from these bench guys. Shout out to them. Shout out Jackson. Shout out Brown. Also, shout out Kem Birch, my lord. 2 3-pointers in the fourth quarter for Kem Birch. Yeah, I'll have more of those, please. Let's look a little bit into the box score here. So I'm focusing on the bench first of all. Jackson comes off the bench and gives us 13, 5 for 8 shooting, 1 for 3 from 3. Love that. Dowtin as well, who I didn't mention, sorry. Jeff Dowtin was outstanding late in the game. And when he checked in with like 7 or 8 minutes to go, we are down by double digits, more than double digits, and he hit a couple quick shots to really put us back in this game. Banton was great, as I mentioned. Birch was 4 for 4, 4 rebounds, 10 points. Amazing. Koloko, like I said, was great. Brown, like I said, was great. DJ Wilson did his thing. Nothing special, but he did his thing, hit the free throws. Bench unit was great. Starters, we do need to talk about them. Awesome that we won the game. It wasn't because of these guys. Looked really, really sloppy on the ball. Granted, we're playing the best defense in the NBA, in my opinion. They looked it today. We shot 3 for 22 or thereabouts from 3 when the starters were on. They were not hitting shots. Now, we were down by around 17-18 when the starters got yanked in about the third quarter. Weren't looking good. Weren't moving the ball well. The 3 for 22 is bad. Mostly was bad because we were taking bad shots. We were taking bad shots because first of all, we were making bad decisions. Second of all, we were really not moving the ball very well. That changed a lot. Ball movement improved a lot. when the bench guys came in. So going back to the starters, Siakam 5 for 11, 13 points. That's actually fine. OG was a minus 27. That's pretty embarrassing. Scotty Barnes was a minus 22. Also not good. Didn't look comfortable out there. Fred was chucking a lot of junk. It's only 7 points. Gary Trent chucking a lot, 9 points. Bench, Boucher, not his game. Was great in the first game, not this one. Thad, 2 games in a row where he really hasn't done anything. Achua struggled. Like I said, Juancho just did nothing for this team today, unfortunately. Really looking forward to watching him in preseason. It's not looking good after 2 games, but only 2 games. Plenty more that we can see from the player. But the bench, like I said, look at this. 38-20 in the fourth quarter for the Raptors. And I get, it was garbage time and we were making a lot of these shots. Like the Celtics weren't really switching back to their main cast. They would do in a regular season game, of course. But, oh my goodness. How impressive was Dalano? How impressive was Koloko, as I mentioned? How impressive, so surprisingly, is Josh Jackson? Jeff Dowtin looked good today. Birch trying to get himself back in the rotation. That looked great. 2 games in, Josh Jackson looks like he's going to be on the roster. Justin Champagnie might be the product, unfortunately, of his injury and not make it. I don't know. I would really love to see Justin Champagnie again, but I don't think you can cut Josh Jackson based on what you're seeing here. We'll have to see more of it, but let's go to the team stats to unlock a little bit more from this game. So I'll zoom in a little bit. Field goal percentages was really, really bad before the bench checked in. We took 109 shots, man. 45% here, 21 here, but hey, I told you, we were shooting 3 for 22 at one point. 3 for 22 at one point. Pretty bad. Free throw percentage, a lot of people in chat were moaning about the refs. We actually had more free throws than they did, by the way, guys. Rebounds, here's what you love to see. Possession battle. We win on the glass. We win on the offensive glass, more importantly. Turnovers, we win the turnover battle. 7-10. We only turn over 7 times. We win the possession battles. That is what we do, baby. And we're going to own it. And that's what we're going to do in the season. And we're seeing it in the preseason as well. Lots of great, great signs to see from the Raptors bench. Starters, a lot of work to do. They got a good chunk of time today. What I talked about in the Utah Jazz game was that, okay, they only played a quarter. They didn't really have a lot of time to figure it out. Well, today they did. At halftime, I thought Nurse was just going to yank him and start playing some subs. But I was like, I really hope he keeps them out here, has a team talk, tries to get them to figure it out in the third quarter. That didn't happen. They were better in the third, but they really weren't good in the third. Now, like I said earlier on, what's great is that I'm not worried about the starters this season. I know they're good. We know they're great. They all averaged above 15 points per game last season. They're awesome. I'm worried about the bench. A lot of these worries are kind of being put to bed by how well they seem to be playing here. Not the immediate bench, but hey, Boucher looked good in the first game. It's the depth guys. I mean, Josh Jackson. I don't think any of these guys are going to be mainstay rotation guys for this season, but Dalano certainly could be. Koloko could sneak his way into that sort of role later on in the season, 100%. So these are all things that I was looking into for this game. The biggest thing, and I made a video about it on Amateur Sports, my main channel. The biggest thing for me that I wanted to see, the 3 players that I most wanted to see do stuff in preseason. Juancho Hernangomez, who did fuck all today. Dalano Banton, who's looked good, more than good, 2 straight games. And Scotty Barnes. I know Scotty's going to be okay. I wanted to see some indication of progression from a shooting standpoint. Unfortunately, did not see that in game 1 where he wasn't great. Did not see that today where he also wasn't great. I'm not worried about him. I know he's going to be great. I know he's great. But I wanted to see these things start to show themselves, especially after the offseason I've seen from the guy. But hasn't happened yet in preseason. I think this is something that can change and will change, but let's have a bounce back from the starters. Bench, keep doing your thing. Starters, let's bounce back Friday against the Houston Rockets. And let's see as well Sunday against the Chicago Bulls, more importantly against Houston. Got a lot from the starters today. Don't know how much we're gonna get more from those starters today, but in other games. But I more from the starters. Really, really happy with the bench. Hey, got the dub. I know it's preseason, but hey, that's really good for morale. You saw the bench, the guys who are on the bench, the starters on the bench, loving it from these young guys. You saw the guys on the court loving it. Gabe Brown laughing his ass off after hitting 2 straight buckets. This is a fun team. Let's enjoy the win. It is what it is. It's just preseason. All you fucking snobby Boston fans going to be in the comments. It's just preseason. It doesn't matter. We're having fun. No, it doesn't matter that much, but we're having fun. We got the win. You probably would have wanted to win too. It's fun. We're enjoying ourselves. There you go. Great win by the Raptors. If you're watching this live on stream, be sure to drop a like. Help us get, I don't know what likes we're at, but let's keep going. Build up on the likes. I see we got 184 people here. Thank you so much, guys. And make sure you're subscribed to Amateur Sports. I do watch parties like this for every single Raptors game, and we'll be doing it for virtually every single Raptors game, at least 75 of them this season. I do 3 or 4 Raptors-based videos on this channel every single week as well. One will be coming out Thursday as well. I'm doing this on Wednesday. If you're not watching this live and you're watching this on the Amateur Clips channel, where we do a post-game show for every single Raptors game, make sure to sub there. Thank you so much for helping this channel hit 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe and drop a like on there as well. Let's get to, 75 likes on the clip, the highlight, the post-game show on Amateur Clips. And guys, super grateful for everything I have here. We got people in chat interacting. We had bots, but we had a lot of great people in chat interacting, talking great stuff about the Raptors. I love this community. We've done a fantastic job building this community up to what it is, an excellent place for Raptors and NBA dialogue, discussion, interaction, and fun. All thanks to you guys. So shout out you guys. Appreciate it. Hope to see you on the next one.